So the landscape hasn't stopped changing, and it most likely never will. So with that in mind, consider some of these macro level trends in the marketing space. So trend one, email open rates are trending downward. We see this especially in bulk emailers, and these are typically your newsletters that you broadcast on a monthly basis. So trend two, the marketing and sales process takes place across many channels. If your marketing is successful, prospects will ideally be coming back to your website through many different channels. So for an example, organic search, paid search, display ads, social media, and links from other websites. And all these visitors will be landing on different pages. We see this when looking at top conversion paths. If your conversion path looks really thin, you most likely don't have a good mix of channels you're broadcast into. Trend 3, buyers increasingly demand a personalized experience. Can we segment users based on granular behavioral and interest data and use those segments to drive a personalized marketing experience? Definitely yes, and this is where marketing automation comes into its own. Trend 4, social media is playing an increasingly crucial role in a buyer's research phase. So how are you using content to communicate to your audience? And at what point are you delivering that content to, and where you're driving that visitor to, so whereabouts on your website? How do you know if it's time to invest in marketing automation? So HubSpot suggests that you ask yourself these 6 questions. Are you generating a steady flow of new and qualified leads? That's question 1. Question 2, is your sales team overwhelmed with the number of quality leads you're passing along to them? Question 3, has marketing and sales agreed on what conversations should happen with the marketing and what should happen with sales? Do you have an efficient content strategy mapped to your buyer's journey? Are you tracking your leads' digital body language across every touchpoint and marketing channel? And that's not just email. Do you have a proven lead nurturing strategy and you want to scale? And then I'll add a 7th one, which is, do you find yourself answering the same questions repeatedly over email or telephone? That question came true for us, and we needed some level of marketing automation to try and resolve any repeated questions that are being asked. So with stats like the following, we also need to consider. So in 2007, it took an average of 3.68 cold call attempts to reach a prospect. Today, it takes 8 attempts, and that source came from Telenet and Oviation Sales Group. Another stat, email marketing has 2 times a higher ROI than cold calling or network or trade shows, and that came from Marketing Sherpa. 80% of calls go to voicemail, and 90% of first-time voicemails are never returned, and that source is from Ringlead. So we definitely get a sense that a well-thought-out email strategy can outperform a call center when leads are coming through at scale. So although this does not mean the death of the telesales person, it just means that they can be a lot more personalized and knowledgeable about the user when they pick up the phone to make a phone call. So what I mean by this is that they can get insight into what emails they've opened. They can understand what emails they've clicked and what the content they've viewed. They can even see what web pages they've viewed. And that all comes into context when calling a lead opportunity. So marketing automation does not kill the job of the sales agent. It just makes them a lot more efficient at what they're doing.